Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back. All right, guys. Today, the 5 police officers in Memphis, the ones accused of killing Tyre Nichols, or the ones we know killed Tyre Nichols, have appeared in court again. And in this update, I want to outline some things. And before I get into that, really get into it, I'm going to play this video and it'll get you guys caught up on what happened today in court and what I found out or what I got from it. You know, I mean, it's news anyway. I mean, it's facts that you'll hear about, and I'm going to go over them and go a little bit in detail with them. And I also want to talk about something else that I seen in another video, but I'm not going to post the video here. Guys, these police officers got serious problems. They do. There is no escape out of this. You know, they're on camera. Audio, their voices are heard. And I want you guys to remember what I just said about the audio and the visuals, because that's going to be key in this case and key in something else that is not mentioned, and I'll speak on it today. But for now, let's just jump into this video footage. It'll get you guys caught up. We'll come back and talk as usual. Let's go.
The former Memphis police officers charged in the January death of Tyre Nichols appeared in court today. They face numerous counts, including second-degree murder. Body camera footage appears to show Nichols being beaten after being pulled over for alleged reckless driving.
All 5 of the defendants have pleaded not guilty. Elise Preston has been following the story from Memphis.
Lana and Elaine, today the 5 former Memphis police officers appeared in court for the first time since their initial appearance in January, shortly after Tyre Nichols' death. Now, up until the hearing, there were several motions that were filed. First off, all of the officers have filed motions to stop the release of several hundred documents. We do know that there is about 20 hours of additional video and audio clips that give different angles of what happened that night of January 7th. And then there are also personnel files and other documents related to the officers. All of the officers are trying to stop the release of those documents to the public, arguing that it could taint a potential jury pool. Also, there were 2 motions filed by 2 of the officers, to Darius Bean and Justin Smith. They filed motions to sever. They are asking for separate trials. We do know that all 5 of these former police officers face a long list of charges, and those charges are the same. Murder, aggravated kidnapping, oppression are just some of them. And the district attorney said that that night of January 7th, they all played a role in the death of Tyre Nichols. But these 2 officers, to Darius Bean and Justin Smith, are arguing that they would like separate trials for those charges in the criminal case. Now, the judge ruled today that he would go through all of the motions that were filed right before the hearing, and he would make an announcement on those motions at a later date. We also saw the siblings of Tyre Nichols. They watched the officers come into the courtroom. They saw the courtroom. They saw the officers for the first time since this happened. They had never seen them in court. And I did notice Tyre Nichols' sister was just overcome with emotion. As soon as those officers walked into the courtroom, she began to cry, her first time laying eyes on the officers that were seen in that video with her brother, who was beaten on January 7th. So a very quick appearance, but we did see some things happen. The judge has reset the case for a later date in August. Elaine and Lana?
Guys, that was the video, and as you can see, they were in court today. And I'm going to bring up 6 points today with you guys about this trial and how I feel about it and what I got from what they were talking about. Sorry for the long pause. I'm trying to read off my board here. Point number 1. They didn't say when the next court date is, but it's August 18th. It'll be on a Friday. All these court dates are on a Friday. That's been confirmed. It'll be August 18th. Point 2. The prosecutor said, the prosecution said, they have substantial evidence and they don't seem worried at all. Point 3. I didn't notice. The defense team, the lawyers, they only received partial part of the discovery. So they only have partial, they only have like, I think 3/4 of it they have. The other quarter of it they don't have. And that's what's taking so long. That's why they got to keep going in and out of court. Now, point 4, I want to really get in this point. There's a big debate over, they kept talking about this in the courtroom. And guys, if you want to see this, I'll leave it. I saw the whole court proceeding. It was nothing but 10 or 12 minutes. But if you want to see it, it's in the description box down there. It was on the local news, I guess. And you guys can go check it out. I'll leave it in the description box below. But it's a big debate on whether they are going to release, when or if they're going to release this footage. And this is the one I want to stay on for a second. It's been found out that there are 15 other camera angles, or I guess they said other camera videos. Well, they say videos. I'm going to get to the camera part. They said there's 15 other videos the public has yet to see. Right? Now, everybody's like, what are these videos? What are these videos? What are these videos? And I'm thinking, and I'm like, it was one camera in the air. Where are these videos coming from? And it wasn't on the body cams that they showed where these videos. Okay. If you go back to the end, when Tyre Nichols, if you can stomach looking at this video, if it's still out, the full video, if you go to the end, when all them police officers showed up, because this is a murder, all of those police body cams are what? Evidence. That's why a lot of unnamed people got suspended and got in trouble, and we still don't know who they are. They're them people at that site that were standing around. Remember, people was going over there looking at them and all this other stuff. So all that is evidence. That's the camera footage they talking about letting go. And another thing on that camera footage, like I said in my other videos, what has these 5 police officers and their defense team worried is not the visuals, it's the audio. And them 15 cameras hold the key. And that's why the prosecution is cooler than the fan. Because remember, when the adrenaline wears off and people are talking to each other away from the supervisors and everybody else, and they're talking, things were said. Regardless of, how important they are, but things were said that can be used in court against these 5 idiots. It is. They were seen on camera laughing and joking about it, about how they beat him up. We seen that. What else did they say? Men talk, especially when they feel they triumphant and they beating their chest. We got the perpetrator. We got him. He knows better than to fuck with us. You know how we do. You know how guys do. So that footage is going to be key. It's the audio on that footage. Because remember, they wasn't there when the beating happened. We already seen that. But it still may be some stuff that makes that whole thing a little bit worse. That some of the stuff that came out their mouths after it was over and things calmed down and they was talking with their friends or amongst themselves. That's 4. 5.5. The officers, and get this, guys, the officers request not to appear in the next court date. And the judge said it's up for debate. He'll see. And I'm going to tell you why. Like they said, today is the first day that they've been back in court together as a group since that March 1st situation, when they first went in there and the lawyers came out and talked to the press. This time, the siblings of Tyre Nichols were there. Guys, if you go and look at this video, when they come in the room, right, you can hear a pin drop. The reporter said when they came in the room, the sister, I think that's the one If you go look at the video in the description box that has the glass on that was crying at the end, she's the one, I don't know if she's the older or the younger sister, she's the one that was real emotional. When they came in there, she just started crying because these siblings, this is the first time, other than a TV video, that they finally set eyes on the person that murdered their brother. Think about that. That's intense. Now, Mr. Rodney and Miss Rovon Wells was there, and the siblings was there, including Tyre Nichols' older brother that spoke. He spoke there. Yeah, they don't want to be in there the next time they go to court. And the reason why they don't want to be in there the next time they go to court is too many people that they crushed, that when they go on the way out, it's not funny, but it's just crazy how when they go out, they have to directly look at these people before they go out. You just seeing how they was looking. They turning. They're not trying to make no direct eye contact. So they're vilified. As soon as they come in that courtroom, all eyes on them. Remember, people don't like to be isolated, no matter who they are. And this is why I say CJ Davis better be careful. Because I'm telling you, these people get up there because they are standing strong for some reason. They go up there and get to talking on that stand. This is what we was told to do. We was told this. They fighting for their lives here. Remember that. You know, CJ Davis, chief of police, didn't even rep him. Whole city threw him away. Be done with him. She cut bait on him. Remember? So they feel as though they got nothing to lose. That's why I say she needs to be scared, because she was in charge of this unit. I mean, she was in charge of setting this unit up. So they know her personally. You know, it ain't like she signed some papers and they was just there. You know, they know her. They spoke to her before more than once probably. So, you know, keep doing what you're doing. You know, don't worry about that. Just do this. You don't know what can come out their mouths. And I know for a fact, she's probably like, a little bit uneasy. And that's just my opinion. And I'm going to get to the last part of this. The older brother spoke, and he said that Tyre Nichols' mom is still devastated. And he said she's slowly wasting away. Those are the words he said. Now, guys, I can't imagine losing a child, because I mean, that would be horrific. And nobody should go through that, especially under these conditions. But when he says slowly wasting away, I could see that. And I'm going to tell you why. This woman will always be known for the son that was killed by police officers. We have to be cognizant of that. Also, another thing is, every time she goes to court, whether she's going there to seek justice or stand strong for her son in his stead, she still has to see these faces of the people that killed her son. And it brings back a whole bunch of memories and emotions. Her probably seeing him in the hospital, so on and so forth. So, with that being said, that's what happened. And the court date, August 18th, they should have their full discovery. And that's why they stretched it so long, so they can have their full discovery. So then we can know the next plan of action. I don't know what the next plan of action is, but I guarantee you between now and August 18th, you're already seeing Shadarius Bean and Justice Smith separate themselves from the pack. There are going to be more hijinks going on, and I'll be covering it for you guys as always. You know what I'm saying? Pray for the family. You know, and Memphis ain't messing around, man. Shout out Memphis. Memphis not messing around. They trying to end this thing quickly. That's another point. They are trying to end this thing quickly. They talking about, oh, it might take weeks or years. They trying to be done with this, because this is an awful stain on that city. And when I was there, I had a good time. I mean, regardless of what you hear, man, Not everybody in Memphis is wild. There's some good people out there, and they showed me tremendous love. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. They're not going nowhere. We don't even have to worry about this. Ain't none of them getting off the hook. And I'll explain that in another video that I got coming up for you guys. Like I said, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.